Oh, hello again. How are you feeling? Why, thank you for letting me know. I'm very grateful to hear that. Well, actually, it's a good thing that you are here. I hope you don't mind. Would I be able to speak to you privately, if that's all right? Are you sure? As long as it's okay with you, of course. I can always push it back if required. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's so reassuring to know. Well, I suppose since we're here and no one else is around, I was just sprucing up the place, of course, trying to ensure that everything is tip-top condition, as you folks like to say in this world. In these parts, I mean, of course. in these parts. Well, of course, it's been a bit of a while now since I've joined. And well, I've been very grateful indeed to be able to stay here. Of course, I mean, I've managed to get some new clothing. I've got a roof over my head, 3 meals a day, and a reason just to keep on working and being productive. And I've been ever so thankful for that, of course. Ever so thankful. And of course the payment is more than acceptable. Most certainly. I mean, it's a bit of a jarring change to come from well, let's say, an affluent background. But nevertheless, of course, I'm not one to be greedy or demanding more. In fact, I'm more than comfortable with what I've been given. So I can't thank you enough for that, of course. But how do I explain this? There's something that I really want to try to tell you here. I feel very invigorated when you are around. Yes, I think that's probably a good word to use here. I feel invigorated when you are around, especially in person. I mean, often I admit I do think of you. I do think of you a lot, not just for, if the work I'm doing is good, and what tasks are for, well, or for tomorrow, and what meals are to be prepared, things like that. Of course, I think about those things in regards to you, but no, I mean, just in general, when I think of you, it makes me feel, well, it makes me feel like a force is trying to lift me up from inside. In a good way, of course, in a good way. I don't mean in a detrimental sort of manner. It's a peculiar feeling, I'm sure, but it's something that I've never really spoken about before. Any time I've felt this in the past with, well, where I'm from, this wasn't sort of things that we would talk about. It often got in the way of more important matters, as they say. But, yes, I feel like that's something else that we've not really spoken about feelings. That's something else that we've never really told to talk about much, really. But I feel like you bring a lot of good to my life. Yes, you feel like how do I word this? I mean, not you feel like. I mean, I feel like you make me feel. I'm terribly sorry. This is probably just sounding like a load of malarkey coming from me. That's a word I discovered today, by the way. Malarkey. I love it. Rolls off the tongue. But anyway. I'm terribly sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. I really am struggling here with trying to verbalize what's on the mind here. Again, I'm not quite used to this. I hope I'm not distracting you from more important matters, of course. I really hope not. Oh, right. Well, if you do need to step away, then we can always reschedule this at a later date. I just feel like that there's quite a bit on my chest here that I want to get off, you see. And I genuinely believe that these are good things that I'm feeling. I feel like ever since I've moved in and been spending time with you and working for you, and I mean even outside the times when we've been, working, at least in my case, outside of those times when we've just been able to spend a bit of time. I mean, at first I know that I didn't want to impose, but you were really hospitable, and you were open, and you showed genuine interest, and that really helped me kind of get out of my shell more here. And I suppose that's helped with the others as well. I suppose they've they've definitely been a bit frightened of me at first, but I think they've started to warm up to me in recent times. I swear I've heard one of them when I was making a bit of a job out of something, and it was making me a bit of a sourpuss. That's another word I learned recently. A bit of a sourpuss. I swear someone described me as a grumpy puppy. Do I really make a pouty face like a puppy? Is that the sort of energy that I seem to display when I'm being, well, down in the dumps? That's another phrase I learned. Is that true? Is there any merit or weight to this? I suppose maybe... Are you smiling? Is that amusing? Oh, no, I'm not angry. I suppose I'm kind of finding the humour in it now. I don't know. I might have misheard. I might have just been hearing things. I'm not sure. But I swear I've heard it. I'll let it slide for now, because I'm sure it was surely not in jest. I hope not. But I digress. Well, anyway, moving on, of course, moving on. I'm sorry, all of these things that I've been trying to tell you, they've been ever so fragmented. I really do apologize. I suppose that's just that fluttering feeling in my chest again. It's almost like a dove is trapped inside and is trying to skirt around in all sorts of directions, and it's tugging the heart alongside with it. Bit of a strange analogy, I know, but it feels a bit unstable, but not in a bad way. It makes me feel... It makes me feel sometimes like I just want to jump on my feet and bounce around, leaping around like an overexcited child sometimes. But I just don't quite understand how to process all of it, you see. I hope this isn't overwhelming for you, of course. And I genuinely believe that this is a good sign. All of these things are good signs. You've really transformed my life here. And you've brought me into, well, maybe not literally, but you've brought to me a part of a world I never knew existed, and there's so much more that I feel like is awakening inside of me because of my time here and getting to know you and everyone else too. It really does feel like I've unscrolled a map and now I'm just staring at all the many, many things surrounding me, and there's more to explore, there's more to get stuck into and to learn, and it's so exciting. All of it is absolutely exciting, especially including all of these things I never thought I would be able to feel without, well, feeling like I'm doing something wrong by letting myself just feel. You know, I can feel these things without feeling like I'm making someone disappointed for not getting the priorities straight in life. It just feels liberating. I think that's it. It's a liberating feeling, knowing that I'm able to just be able to feel what I feel and express what I want to express. And you've been a very important part of that. You genuinely have. I cannot stress that enough. I can't thank you enough. And again, anytime I'm with you, I feel like I really feel some kind of, dare I say, rapport? I'm sorry, I think I might have chosen the wrong word there. That's not exactly a commonly used word. I suppose you could say I feel a pull when I'm with you. No, not like a forceful pull, not like you're tugging me by the hip with a big rope or something, trying to... nothing like that, no. No, it's like a gravitational pull, you could say. There's something about you that is just tugging me towards you. That doesn't sound disturbing, does it? I hope not. I mean, it didn't to me. In fact, it sounded quite heartwarming. It felt comforting. I mean, could I ask you something if this is absolutely fine? Am I okay to ask you something rather important? Well, if you're comfortable with it, you are absolutely, positively comfortable, right? Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Well, I feel like I don't want to say warming up to you. I mean, I've warmed up to you the very moment that we started speaking during that interview all that time ago. But I feel like there's something about you that is setting a fire inside of me. Not a raging inferno in a destructive sense, but a warm, compassionate, invigorating fire. Like a burst of energy, like a comforting hug from within, like a potent, powerful elixir is pouring life into every facet of my body, every cell, every sinew, mind, body and soul, all falling together in one place and working together to keep on moving forward and to keep striving, knowing that there is someone there that is making a positive change for me, that is allowing me to be the person that I've always wanted to be but never really had the chance to. I completely understand if all of this is overwhelming. This really has been quite embarrassing for me. I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Could I ask one more thing? Before I step away, because I feel like I've spoken enough. I feel like I've spoken too much. Before I return to my quarters, could I perhaps offer you an embrace of reassurance, or as you would more likely colloquially know as a hug? Could I ask for a hug from you? I mean, it's a foolish thing for me to ask, I'm sure. I just don't seem to... You are such a fantastic hugger, I must say. Must hug you as well. Oh, you are so beautiful. Inside and out. I mean, you are a very beautiful individual. Yes, you are. You're still hugging me. Perhaps I'm saying a bit too much now, but thank you. Thank you for hearing me out here. Okay then, well, I'm going to return to my quarters because I feel like if I keep on talking that I'm going to lose the ability to talk. Am I blushing? Oh, I feel like I'm blushing. Yes, I better go lay down. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little bit giddy right now. But rest assured, all of my chores are done, and I suppose that all is well for this evening now. Everything's sorted. But if you ever wish to spend more time together, or if there's anything else you need, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to compensate. I'd be more than happy to speak with you, to spend time with you, or offer embraces of comfort and reassurance. Well, yes, hugs. Sorry, hugs. More than certain of that. More than happy to be delivering those. I hope you don't mind the, well, kind of strange sensation when you hug me. I know that I'm quite a bulky figure, but yet my skin is quite, it's, I don't know, it's quite soft, almost like, I wouldn't say spongy. I mean, I'm not getting weak here. I've been exercising every day, that's for sure. Got to keep myself in shape, but definitely not a problem then. Right, well, phew. That's very reassuring to know. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very reassuring to know indeed. Alright then, well, I'll be off now, so, again, if you need, just call my name. I'll be seeing you soon then. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. And have a lovely evening.